Hello, everyone. Please listen to a touching story about the courage of a father who has a daughter with autism, and about the kindness and love of teachers and classmates toward a little girl with a disability. The story is called "And Then." I burst into tears. Before we begin, let me ask you a question. What would you do if your child was different from other children? What would you feel if your child could not speak well, could not run fast, and could not understand things easily? Would you feel sad? Would you feel afraid? Or would you become stronger for your child? Today's story is about a father, a little girl, and many kind people who changed one moment into something beautiful when the story ends. You may feel tears in your eyes too. Many years ago, a man named Daniel Carter lived in a quiet town with his wife Emma. They were kind people with simple lives. One happy day, their daughter was born. They named her Lily. Lily had big, bright eyes and soft brown hair. Daniel loved to hold her in his arms and sing small songs to her. When Lily was a baby, she laughed often. Her parents believed she would grow into a happy and clever girl. But when Lily became 2 years old, something felt different. She did not speak many words. She did not look at people when they called her name. Sometimes she played alone for hours. Emma began to worry. One evening, she said quietly, "Daniel, I think something is wrong." Daniel tried to stay calm. "Maybe she just grows slower," he said. But in his heart, he was afraid. One cold morning, Daniel and Emma took Lily to see a doctor. The doctor watched Lily carefully. He spoke to her softly. Lily did not answer. She only looked at the window after a long time. The doctor sat down with the parents. His voice was gentle. "I am sorry," he said. "Your daughter has autism." The room became very quiet. Emma covered her mouth and cried softly. The doctor looked at Daniel. "It is okay to cry," he said kindly. "Crying can help your heart." But Daniel did not cry. He sat still. His hands were tight together. Inside his heart, there was a storm. But no tears came. That night, he held Lily while she slept. He whispered, "Do not worry, my little girl. Daddy will always be with you." Years passed slowly. Lily learned some things, but many things were hard for her. She spoke simple sentences. She moved slowly. She did not like loud sounds, but Lily had a very gentle heart. She loved flowers. She loved birds. Most of all, she loved sitting next to her father while he read small stories. Daniel read to her every night, sometimes the same story, again and again. Lily would smile and say, "Again, Daddy." And Daniel would read it again. When Lily was 7 years old, her parents decided to send her to school. The school was called Sunshine Elementary School. The teacher of Lily's class was Miss Grace. Miss Grace had warm eyes and a soft voice. On the first day of school, Daniel walked Lily to the classroom. Inside the room were 20 children. They laughed, they talked loudly, they looked confident and quick. Lily stood beside her father quietly. She held his hand very tightly. Daniel felt pain in his chest. Lily looked so small. Miss Grace came forward and smiled. "Welcome, Lily," she said warmly. She gently touched Lily's shoulder. "Everyone, this is Lily. She is our new friend." Some children waved. One girl, named Mia, walked closer. "Hi, Lily," she said softly. "Do you like drawing?" Lily looked at Mia and nodded. That small moment gave Daniel hope. Still, when he left the classroom, he felt heavy inside. But he still did not cry. Slowly, Lily began to make friends. Mia often sat beside her. A tall boy named Ethan helped Lily carry her books. Another boy named Noah shared his crayons. The children understood Lily was different. But they did not laugh at her. Instead, they protected her one day. The children talked about their reading lesson. Mia said proudly, "Lily read all her words today." The children clapped. No one said that Lily's words were much easier. But they knew she tried very hard. Miss Grace watched this with warm eyes. She believed kindness was the most important lesson in school. In Lily's second year at school, something big was planned. The school would hold a sports and music festival. Parents, teachers, and students would all come. There would be races, music, games, and competitions. Every class had to join. Emma became very worried. "Lily cannot run fast," she said. "She cannot sing well." Daniel also felt afraid. "What if people laugh at her?" he asked, but Miss Grace said kindly, "Please trust us. Lily is part of our class." On the morning of the festival, Lily looked pale. "My stomach hurts," she said quietly. Emma looked at Daniel. Maybe Lily was pretending. Maybe she was afraid. Daniel felt the same fear. He thought, maybe she should stay home. The school gym would be full of people. Parents, teachers, students, everyone watching. Why make Lily face failure? He almost said, "Stay home today." But something stopped him. A voice inside his heart said, "If you protect her from everything, she will never feel brave." Daniel knelt down and looked into Lily's eyes. "You can do it," he said gently. "I will be there." Lily nodded slowly. Later that morning, Daniel sat in the large school gym. The room was full of noise. Parents talked. Children laughed. Music played loudly. Daniel felt nervous. He watched every group perform. But his heart waited for Lily's class. Finally, Miss Grace called their group. "Class 3, please come forward." Daniel saw Lily walk slowly with her classmates. She looked scared. Her hands shook. The competition started. The children sang a short song. They played a small rhythm game. Everything went well. Then came the sack race. Each child had to jump into a large sack. Then they had to hop to the finish line. After that, they had to hop back. The fastest team would win. Daniel felt cold. Lily stood near the end of the line. Her legs were weak. Her balance was poor. If she fell, everyone would see. He held his breath. Suddenly, something happened. The tall boy, Ethan, quietly walked behind Lily. He gently placed his hands around her waist. Two boys stood in front of her. They held the sack open. The girl Mia stood beside Lily. She held Lily's hand. "Don't worry," Mia whispered. "We will help you." When it was Lily's turn, the boys carefully lifted her. They placed her safely inside the sack. Mia kept holding her hand. "Ready?" Mia asked. Lily nodded. Then Lily began to hop, slowly, clumsily. But she was smiling. The whole gym became loud with cheers. Teachers clapped. Parents smiled. Children shouted, "Go, Lily! Go, Lily!" Lily reached the finish line. Her face was full of pride in that moment. She was not a disabled girl. She was simply a child with friends. Daniel stood up slowly. His heart felt warm and full. He looked at the children. He looked at Miss Grace. He looked at his daughter. All those kind people helped Lily feel like she belonged. For many years, Daniel had stayed strong. He did not cry when he heard the diagnosis. He did not cry during difficult nights. He did not cry during lonely days. But now, tears finally came. They ran down his face, and then I burst into tears. Not tears of sadness, but tears of gratitude, tears of love, tears for the kindness of people who helped his little girl stand proudly in the world. That day, Daniel learned something important. Life is not only about strength, it is also about kindness. Sometimes a small act of help can change someone's whole life. For Lily, that moment in the gym was more than a race. It was a moment of belonging, and Daniel knew that his daughter was not alone. Thank you for watching and listening to the touching story. And then I burst into tears. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share to support our channel. See you in the next videos. Goodbye, and see you soon.